The old road winds like a black ribbon through the heart of Oxford Milford Road. Locals know its secrets, the darkness that lingers beneath the surface. The stories surrounding the ghost of Oxford Milford Road are as varied as the people who tell them. Some say it's the spirit of a young woman, her heart broken by a lover's betrayal. She wanders the road, searching for the one who wronged her, her mournful cries echoing through the night. Others claim it's the ghost of a traveler, lost and alone, who met an untimely end on the road. Local historians point to a tragic carriage accident that occurred in the 19th century. The carriage, carrying a wealthy family, lost control on a sharp bend, plunging into the ravine below. The family perished, their souls forever bound to the site of their demise. Could this be the source of the haunting? Is the ghost seeking retribution for the accident, or is it simply trying to find its way home? One chilling account tells of a group of teenagers who dared to spend the night at the old cemetery near the road. As the story goes, they were laughing and joking, their voices echoing through the stillness of the night. Suddenly, the temperature plummeted, and a thick fog rolled in, enveloping the cemetery in an eerie silence. They say a figure emerged from the fog, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. The teenagers fled in terror, their laughter replaced with screams. Whether these tales are true or simply the product of overactive imaginations, one thing is certain: the legend of the ghost of Oxford Milford Road has left an undeniable mark on the town. It's a story that continues to fascinate and frighten, drawing in those brave enough to confront the darkness that lingers on this lonely stretch of road. Descriptions of the ghost itself are often vague and contradictory. Some witnesses describe a shimmering white figure flitting through the trees like a wisp of smoke. Others claim to have seen a tall, shadowy figure, its eyes burning with an eerie red glow. One thing remains consistent in these accounts: a feeling of unease, of being watched by something unseen. A local woman, Sarah, recounts her own chilling encounter with the entity. Driving home late one night, she took her usual shortcut along Oxford Milford Road. As she rounded a bend, she saw a figure standing in the middle of the road. She slammed on the brakes, her heart pounding in her chest. The figure, shrouded in shadow, turned its head towards her, and for a brief moment, she could have sworn she saw a pair of glowing red eyes. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanished, leaving Sarah shaken and terrified. Another resident, an elderly man named William, claims to have seen the ghost on numerous occasions while walking his dog along the road at dusk. He describes a feeling of intense cold, a sudden drop in temperature that chills him to the bone. According to William, the ghost is not a menacing presence, but rather a sorrowful one, trapped and unable to move on. These first-hand accounts, while impossible to verify, add to the mystique of the ghost of Oxford Milford Road. They serve as a reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved, that some truths are better left buried beneath the weight of time and legend. Despite the unsettling stories and the fear that surrounds the ghost of Oxford Milford Road, there are those who believe the spirit is not malevolent. Some locals even whisper of its protective nature, of the ghost watching over the town, keeping it safe from harm. They tell stories of the ghost appearing before travelers who have lost their way, guiding them back to safety. One such tale involves a young couple whose car broke down on the road late one night. Stranded and alone, they feared the worst. As the story goes, a thick fog descended upon the road, and they felt a presence near them. Suddenly, their headlights flickered back to life, and they were able to start the car. As they drove away, they could have sworn they saw a figure standing at the edge of the woods, watching over them. These tales of benevolence offer a glimmer of hope in the darkness, a suggestion that perhaps the ghost of Oxford Milford Road is not to be feared, but rather understood. Perhaps the spirit is not seeking to harm, but to protect, to guide, to offer a beacon of light in the darkest of nights. Or perhaps it's just another layer to the legend, a way for the townsfolk to reconcile their fear with their fascination, to find comfort in the face of the unknown. Whether you believe in ghosts or dismiss them as mere superstition, there's no denying the power of a good ghost story. The legend of the ghost of Oxford Milford Road has become a part of the town's identity, a source of local pride and intrigue. Tourists flock to the area, eager to experience the thrill of the unknown. to catch a glimpse of the spectral resident. The legend serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling, of our innate desire to explain the unexplainable, to find meaning in the shadows. It's a testament to the enduring allure of the supernatural, a reminder that some things are simply beyond our comprehension. And so, the story continues to be passed down through generations, each retelling adding a new layer to the legend, keeping the spirit of the ghost of Oxford Milford Road alive in the hearts and minds of those who dare to listen. The old road remains, a silent sentinel watching over the town. It stands as a testament to the past, a tangible link to the stories and legends that have shaped the community. The ghost of Oxford Milford Road is more than just a ghost story. It's a reflection of our hopes and fears, our fascination with the unknown, and our enduring belief in the power of the human spirit. So the next time you find yourself traveling along a dark and lonely road, remember the story of the ghost of Oxford Milford Road. Listen closely to the whispers on the wind and keep your eyes peeled for any fleeting shadows. You never know what you might encounter, but be warned, the road is not for the faint of heart. It's a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin, where the past and present collide. It's a place where legends are born and where the truth is often stranger than fiction. Are you brave enough to venture into the darkness? Are you ready to face the ghost of Oxford Milford Road? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.